I use, for reinforcing behaviours, the ordinary kibble treat that is also part of the correct nutritional diet for the dog. I reinforce this behaviours during the day, and then I make a decision. If the dog's been reinforced a lot during the day, I won't give them much food at all for their evening meal. And if they haven't been reinforced very much, if I've been out all day and they've been at home, I'll give them more food for their dinner at night. Now, the type of behaviours that I use ordinary kibble for is, for example, when the dog comes. I need the dog to come, I reinforce with kibble. For example, I use ordinary kibble in the home to reinforce calmness. For example, right at this moment, Blairio is lying calmly and not coming into the kitchen. So I'll use my ordinary kibble treat to reinforce him. Yes. Good boy. You are deciding on treats for your dog. Always consult the vet if you've any concerns whatsoever. Never leave a bowl of food out for your dog, as this is the surest way of getting them to fat. Most of a dog's food should be given to them to reinforce behaviours and also for environmental enrichment. Use very high value treats when you're training new behaviours or going to unfamiliar environments. Concerned about dog putting on weight? Cut back the food you are giving in the food bowl. This is what I do and use in preparing treats for the dog's training. I make bulk quantities of treats which I freeze. That way, when I'm going to a class or a private lesson, I can take food out of the freezer and I know that it will be in good condition for using with the dogs. Now, what I try and do, I try and make the normal dog food the main part of the treats. But to make it a little bit more interesting, I add some pasta, some cheese, black pudding, chicken roll, and chicken chunkers. This gives a nice flavour to the food, and when it's frozen and then defrosts, the moisture from the frozen food mingles amongst all the food, so the dogs think when they get ordinary dog food they're getting a special treat. When selecting food for training, it's important to have something that's solid and hold its shape. For example, the chicken chunkers here are very good for that. You can chop them up small and they will hold their shape. Some dog rolls tend to become very sloppy and hard to handle. As you notice, I use chicken roll. I never use straight chicken or cooked chicken because it crumbles everywhere and you have bits of chicken as you're giving the dog the treat. Some bits fall on the floor or the ground and then the dog sniffs around trying to find them. fresh pasta is an excellent treat to use. You can use it for a bit of motivation and fun for your dog in the middle of training if you throw it for the dog. Or if you want to work at a distance, throwing the pasta is fun for your dog, and because it's white, it's easier to see where it's landed. I also use very, very high value treats when I'm training the dogs. These are dried treats, so they're easy to handle. I, for example, will use these when I go to the vets because I don't have the meaty, cheesy moisture on my hand. We will also use these when the dogs are learning a more complex behaviour. And we'll also use them when the dogs are doing a rally course and there's very, very intermittent giving of treats. We will use these high value ones to try and make up for the fact that the dog can't be reinforced a lot. I have here beef liver, which is very easy to break up into small bits. I have here fish training bites, and this one is chicken breast, which can also be broken up into very small bits.